Hi guys, Paula here, and today I want to show you the zines that I made all through the years. Yeah, I got these booklets that I made, and why did I remember about them just now? Well, I was watching a video from another artist, Hypophae des Trucs. I'll leave the name here for you to see if you're interested. And she was talking about zines. She shares this love for zines with me, and she bought a lot of them lately, and that woke up the love for zines in me. You know, it was kind of asleep for all these years. I had these babies on a drawer somewhere. So I went to find them and I wanted to share them with you. So that's what I'll be doing in this video. I'll be showing you how I made them and what's inside of them, because these zines have one more particularity. They're infinite books, as I like to call them, which means that the story that I put in them has no beginning and no end. You can keep on flipping the pages. They're like cyclic stories, you know. You keep on turning the pages as you wish, never ending. And when it comes supposedly to the end, well, it's not the end. In fact, it is the beginning again. And I made that in all these stories, some of them without words and others with some text, as you saw, but they're all infinite stories. So please stay till the end of this video to see all of these and more. I hope you stick along and enjoy it. Okay, so I got these 5 zines that I've made, and I'm gonna show you now. This is about the butterfly cycle of life. There's the butterfly. She's gonna lay her eggs under a leaf. Then the caterpillar is born and she eats a lot. She builds this cocoon. I don't know exactly how it's called in English. Then she breaks the cocoon, and there you go. A new butterfly is born that later lays her eggs. A caterpillar is born, builds a cocoon, breaks the cocoon, and another butterfly is born that lays her eggs, and so on and so on. You know, it's a cyclic story. This one is a little bit more abstract and has another particularity. You can unfold this and it becomes a poster, kind of an abstract poster. I really love it. So I'm going to show you as a book. It can start anywhere, really. This is abstract, so it doesn't have to tell a story per se. You can interpret it as you wish. But my interpretation of it as its author, it's this one. You know, this is the lifeline, the heartbeat, and then the stairs means growth for me, you know, rising. The heartbeat starts growing and growing, and it gets really energetic sometimes, you know, like a hurricane, and the heartbeat becomes really stronger. And then this represents for me the childhood. So this is like a new life, you know, that's born and strong, really energetic. It's a toddler. And so the line continues all through the years and finds love. And then the heartbeat gets stronger again, and it swirls and loops, you know, like the waves, and it becomes a little bit poetic even. This for me means the changes in life. You know, we are always changing in this continuous movement all through our lives. And then there comes the stairs again, and this time they're not going up, instead they're going down. So this is kind of that time in our lives when we have to slow down because we're older. Here's a cane representing the old age, and then the heart beats again. It's weaker than it was before, and it stops, so it means death. And then we go again and starts beating again, getting stronger, going up, you know, rising, growing, and looping again in all this energetic hurricane. And here again, the heartbeat gets really strong, and the baby is born, and then it plays around, and again, the life goes on, finds love, the beat of the heart becomes stronger again. Life repeats itself all over again, never ending. So again, a cyclic story, a never-ending book. This one has words on it, written in Portuguese. It's a poem that I made for my daughters. That means my heart. I'm translating it for you. My heart, it's the title of the book. And it says something like, an only being, but whole, happy in what I am. But the universe is made of change. And it says here, experiment. So it comes a time when our lives become upside down, kind of a new breeze, new emotions, new feelings that I didn't know yet, until it becomes quiet again. And then the wish for a change strikes again. Now I have two hearts in my hand. And once again, we turn our lives upside down, and that challenges our minds and awakens our spirits. And my heart is divided now in two. And then I ask here, division? No, it multiplies instead. And then it has an arrow here for my heart. It's two now. And I really like this one. I'm going to be printing these for my daughters. I'm going to give them for this Christmas. They know already this booklet, but they don't have it in their own possession. And I want them to have it because it was really written for them. So I'm going to be printing this, as I told you. And I have a problem with that because this is not a normalized size, which means it isn't A4 or A3 size. And the shop where I make my prints only uses these two sizes of prints. So I'm gonna have to transform these digitally into an A4 size. So I'm gonna be doing that. As you can see, this is very big. It's even bigger than an A3 size. It's a magazine page. I'm also going to retouch a couple of things here because this is painted with acrylic paints and it got stuck together here. So opening it one day, I ripped the pages, but it's okay. Digitally, I can fix it. And I'll show you then when it's printed. And then also you can see how this will look printed, because there's another thing I wanted to tell you. These babies are going to be available for you to buy if you want to. They're going to be in A4 or A3 size, which means that if they're printed in A4 size, they will be this big. You know, comparing to my hand, you can see how big it is. It's fairly small. I could measure it if I have here. Oh yes, I have a ruler here. So this is 10.5 centimeters by 7.5 centimeters. It's fairly small. This is an A4 page. That's how I'll be printing it. And then I'll fold it this way. And there you go. That's a zine. And there's also this size, which is A3 size. This is an A3 size sheet of paper that I folded into this zine. And this is going to be the other format, okay? A little bit bigger, in fact, much bigger. And this one will be 10.5 centimeters by 14.5 centimeters, a little bit bigger, almost 15 centimeters. This is another one that I made. I haven't shown you yet. These will also be suitable for making a poster like this if you want to unfold it and maybe frame it and hang it on your wall. I think it looks nice. But if you want to keep it as a zine, there you have it, colors. And once again, I chose this image for the cover, but you can choose any of these because it will work the same. It's about colors, and the greens are turning into blues. It's the colors dance. The blues are turning into purples, and the purples become pink and then red, and the red becomes orange and yellow, and then the yellow becomes green again, and the green becomes blue, and the blue becomes purple, the purple becomes pink and red. You know, it never stops. It's a rainbow of colors. And look how pretty this is. I really love this one. And they have these little characters, really funny ones. Some of them don't appear to be very happy dancing with each other. They're just funny blobs of paint. I really love this one. So I need to show you this one. This one is also made in a non-normalized size. It's just a bit of blue paper. And I folded it like a booklet. I'll show you later how I do these folds. You can do it in any format, really. So I did this one in this almost square shape of paper. So I've got these taller booklets. This is about the water cycle, and it's very useful for schools, you know, to teach our children about the cycle of the water. It doesn't have any words on it. It's just, you can see here the water and the sun, and then becomes to evaporate the water and forms these clouds that become heavier and start to rain. And then the rain builds these rivers that run into the ocean again. And then comes the sun and evaporates the water, forming the clouds. Then they start to rain, fill the rivers that feed the ocean again, and it never stops. It's a very simple way of telling the water cycle, so it's perfect for children. I really love this one. I'm going also to transform these into an A4 size so I can print it. In fact, I think I'm going to print one of these in A3 size, you know, because if you're going to show children, I think it should be a little bit bigger instead of smaller. You never know, because if you want to just have it in your home, you know, for your children, they can grab this little booklet, and because it's so little, it might be cuter than this big one, and they can see it, you know. This one is also very educational. I consider these three very educational, you know. This teaches about color, you know, a kind of an introduction to color theory. These about the water cycle, and these about the metamorphosis that happens in a butterfly's life. I made these two for my children when they were little, and I used them a lot in schools and libraries that I used to go to, you know, to make workshops with children, and they really loved this. It's very educational, and they even made their booklets. I remember this one, I made a workshop where the children replicated this story with their own drawings, you know, and made their own little booklets, little zines. So now I'm going to tell you how I made these folded books. As you can see, they don't have any stitches. They're not stapled, glued, or anything. They're just folded paper. So you can grab a paper in any size or format. As I told you, imagine this is my whole paper. In this case, it's an A3 size paper. But as you saw before, this one isn't. And it works also. It just becomes another format book. So you have your paper, you fold it in half, you fold it in half again, and then you fold it in half again, and then you have all these marks on your paper. You know, you have all these marks, all these lines, this big one, this one, this one, this one. So you have one like this and three like this. Then you're gonna cut, you're gonna need the scissors. This one is a very big one, but you use whatever you have. or you like to use, and you're gonna cut between these two folds, you know, the first and the last one. You're gonna cut here. You grab your scissors and you start the cutting like this, and then you insert your scissors like that, and you'll go chuck, 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 cutting all the way until here, okay? So you'll have a hole like this on your paper. We're gonna fold our paper like this, and we'll grab these two parts of the hole and open them, you know, like this. It will make kind of a cross. Can't you see? It's kind of a cross. You just have to close it, and there you have it. Now you have a book with all these pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pages, which is perfect for a small publication. Really simple to make, real quick. For me, it's really the perfect booklet, especially for these infinite books, because you don't have anything here stapling it, so you can turn the pages, and each one of these first page can become your cover. If you want to make a book without a beginning and an end, you can make this one your beginning, or maybe this one, it will look like the cover again, or maybe this one, you just have to fold it and it looks also like the cover of the book, or this one, or any one really, because they all look the same. It's perfect. That's really magical. For me, it's just simple and magical. So I hope you liked it. I hope you do that with your kids. This is perfect for kids, you know. So if you want to interest your kids in making books, or reading, writing, drawing, they can make their own books, you know, to give family and friends for Christmas. It's a really nice and thoughtful gift that they can make for their grandparents, for instance, for their loved ones, you know. So that's quite a nice idea for Christmas. We're almost there, right? So you can order any of these that are already made. I'll show you again. This one turns into a poster, an abstract poster that you can hang like this, or like this, or maybe like this, however you want. I really like it. I think it's beautiful. I hope you like it too. And this one is a poem. It's written in Portuguese. I can send you this with a translation in English if you're interested. This one is just the drawings. And this one is also a very nice poster to hang on your wall. Like this, like this, like this, however you want it. I think it's lovely. And this doesn't have words also. So I think it's a very nice choice. And I'll show you now how this one and this one will look printed in A3 and A4 size, okay?